Good evening. Today I'm going to be presenting 3 different kinds of cheeses, which are made of vegan cheeses basically. And these are they're pretty easy to make and they're really nice. And I thought, instead of buying vegan cheese from the shop, it's usually got too many additives, but these don't have, okay? So the first one I'm going to talk about is called Cheddar Polenta. So basically the ingredients are pretty straightforward. All you have to do is mix it up. You have your water. You've got cornmeal or polenta. Do you see that? Polenta, okay. It's got cashew nuts. It's got paprika, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder, and a bit of lemon juice, okay? So what we start off with, it says 1 cup of water. So I'll just put 1 cup of water into my blender. And then we have 1/2 cup of polenta. And you can buy this from Coles or Woolies. They have different brands. This is a wellness brand. And this is what polenta looks like. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not getting the color properly.
Hang on. Wait for it. I'm not gonna show it.
It's yellow.
Yeah, we can see it now.
You can see the color?
Yeah.
Raw cashew nuts, 1/2 cup. Because I'll leave cashew nuts for later. And then 1 teaspoon of paprika. This is sweet paprika. I actually got this from one of those shops which has a lot of spices that they sell. And they make it up and put it for you. Okay? It's just 1 teaspoon. And actually gives it a really nice color. 1 teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And that's about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you like more, you can always add more. This is onion powder, 1 teaspoon. I mean, you can put fresh onions, but you probably have to put a lot more than what comes up here because these are concentrated because they're powder.
And this is
1 teaspoon of garlic. You can actually smell the garlic. It says 1/2 tablespoon of savory yeast.
whoa.
Oh, sorry. Almost put the wrong one in. Savory yeast here. This is optional. You don't have to put if you don't want to. 1/2 tablespoon is equivalent to 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to use that one. And savory yeast has got quite a lot of vitamin B and also has got B12 added in. And a bit of lemon juice. It just says 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. I've just squeezed that one before. And that's it. So it's pretty straightforward. I'll turn on the oven and you can see what it looks like. It's a little bit yellowish. Let me open this. That's the yellow color from the polenta. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just pour it into this tray. all the cheeses I'm doing today are very similar, or actually have similar ingredients. You just put it into the tray, and you have to bake this for 45 minutes at 180 degrees. Okay, I've got my oven on. You can, if you want to, put it in smaller containers instead of one long loaf. I made it a week ago and it was very, very popular. It tastes quite nice. In fact, it tastes very nice. You can have it on cheese, you can have it on crackers, cheese and crackers, or you can, if you want to, have it as sandwich. Okay? Just try not to, don't want to waste too much of this stuff. So I'm being a bit careful. There we are. I'll just put this away. And basically, you just cover this with a foil. You have to bake this for 45 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to put it in the oven. Okay, that's my first one. And I've made some a week ago. And this is what they look like. We'll just put it on a cheese board. Just a second. Wash my hands. Okay, so little loaf. This comes from using muffin tins, which have got this triangular shapes. Sorry? Rectangular shapes, sorry. And when you cut it, it comes cut very nicely. Can you see? And you can just have it on toast. You can have it on toast, you can have it on your crackers. Okay? My granddaughters like it. They just ate it just as it is. Okay? The second cheese I'm going to make is called healthy cheese. It's going to use a small blender. Okay, this one has sunflower seeds. Okay. Sunflower, half a cup. And half a cup of water. One capsicum. I've removed the seeds. Bit of salt. It's about a quarter teaspoon salt. So I'm just going to measure that amount. Okay. You can put more salt if you like. So that's 2 tablespoons of tahini. So what's happened is that I actually ran out of tahini, so I actually made my tahini this afternoon. So what I did was dry roasted sesame seeds, ground it really fine, added some oil to it. Okay, I don't like much oil, so I tend to put a bit less. So that's about 1 tablespoon. You can measure it off normally, like a proper tablespoon. But a tablespoon is about 15 mils in these recipes. So, and 1 tablespoon of savory yeast flakes. That's my yeast flakes again. I'm going to use my teaspoons again because that way I'll get 3 teaspoons of it and make 1 tablespoon. Unfortunately, the tablespoon I have is a 20 ml tablespoon, and the recipe goes to the 15 ml tablespoon because it's a very American. And this cheese is quite liquid. We call it healthy cheese, and what basically that's what it looks like. You see? Give it a teaspoon. Okay, it's actually quite nice. And what you basically do is you can add this on a pizza, for a pizza. If you put less capsicum, it'll be less red. Or you can put it on steamed vegetables to get a bit of a nice cheesy sauce taste. Okay. I'm just going to empty this a little bit. So this is my healthy cheese, and this doesn't have any cashew nuts. It's just got sunflower seeds and tahini. So it's sunflower seeds and sesame seeds, basically. So if somebody's allergic to sesame seeds, please don't give them this. Okay? So I'm just going to have a taste.
And this one you don't bake.
That's all it is. It actually tastes very nice. Okay, that's my healthy cheese. The last one I'm going to make is called cashew cheese. This one is made with, as you can see, it makes with water, agar, 1 cup of cashew nuts, half a capsicum if you want to have a red colored cheese. If you want your cheese to be white, you leave the capsicum out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it without the capsicum. So what I'll do is, that's my plate. I'm going to measure out 2 cups of water. Okay. To this, I will add agar. This is agar. Can you see it? It's spelled A-G-A-R or A-G-A, agar, and you make jelly with it. So instead of making your jelly with aeroplane jelly, you make it with agar, and it's actually nice and firm. So it actually helps to make the cheese nice and firm. So what I'm going to do is it takes 3 teaspoons of agar powder. I'm just going to get, and I'm using agar powder itself. It sort of looks like that. Okay, it's much better because it's much stronger. Okay, you can buy agar flakes. You can actually also buy agar in long string like seaweed strips. Okay, agar comes from seaweed. So I'm just, okay. What I'm going to do with this, you can just mix it up, And I'm just going to put it on the stove and warm it up for about 2 minutes. But let it boil for 2 minutes, okay? So once it's boiling, okay, actually. So what I'm going to put is 1 cup of raw cashew nut into this. Because what you do is boil that water, and once the egg is nicely melted, just add it to this and put it through the blender. Okay. Now, 1 cup. I'm leaving the capsicum out. I'm going to put a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just going to sort of do, that's it. One tablespoon of savory yeast. Two, three, that makes it 1 teaspoon of salt. It's quite a bit of salt, but just need it. Just a second, I'm just going to check. Yeah, that's okay. And what else? Half a teaspoon of onion powder. And 1 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon onion powder. Just a tip, if you buy onion powder and garlic powder, keep it in the fridge. Otherwise, they tend to get sluggy and thick and dry, and you can't blend it. It doesn't stay as a powder. That's my garlic powder. I just have to put a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, can you point it over there? I'm just going to stir my egg up, wait for it to boil. It dissolves the egg nicely. And you can see it's all dissolved, but I have to boil it for a couple of minutes. Okay, because some of it's stuck to the bottom. I haven't started boiling yet, so I just have to wait a little bit longer. If you don't boil the egg up properly, then what happens is that you get lumpies and it won't set evenly. And what I want is I want my cheese to set properly. It's just beginning to boil and just see all the bubbles coming up, and I'm going to wait about a minute and a bit, okay? Just stir it up a little bit more. Just about a minute coming out. I'm just going to pour it into this jug so it's easier for me to pour it into my. So it's nice, it's sort of a clear liquid. Well, color. Into the jug it goes. Sorry, into the blender. And okay, nice and very smooth, so it's sort of this is a white cheese. Okay, this is my hardest bit because it's hot water. I'm just going to get Andrew to bring it up. Okay. I'm just going to put it in these Tupperware things. So it's sort of, you can see it's sort of like a thick blend. Okay, and what we need to do is let it set now. Oops. Like you can see, this recipe makes quite a bit of cheese. When you make it, you add more spices and things if you want to have your cheese a bit more salty, you know, like you know how some cheeses are a lot more salty than others. You can do the same. Okay. Just going to put that down. So it's actually beginning to set nicely, and then you put it in the fridge to set really properly. Like I said, this is going to be a white cheese. You can see that. It's quite nice actually. I made it with capsicum in it, and you see, and you get your knife and you just, sorry, that's firm, and you, okay, that's the capsicum bits in it. Okay, so it's firm. That's quite nice, and you can have it for your sandwiches, or you can do what I did with the other half of the mixture. I put it in the freezer. So you can freeze this. This cheese you can freeze. I'm not sure about the others, but this one you definitely can freeze. Okay. What I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to do just loosen it up around the sides. And it comes out quite nicely. And one of the things you can do with this is maybe take a piece. I'm just going to wash my hands. And I'm going to grate this cheese. So because it's hard and firm, frozen, you can actually, oops. You got grated cheese, you see? And, you know, grated cheese you can put on your toast with tomatoes, or you can put on your pizza as well. And have your, you know, with toast and tomatoes, and becomes Welsh rabbit. And it looks like, I don't know, like a Gouda cheese, basically, I think. And then you can put it in a plastic container and leave it in the fridge for use for next time you want to use it. Okay. So this makes a yellowish cheese, or how to say more orangish cheese. And for white cheese is the one I made just now. Okay. You can use it for lasagna topping. So you don't actually need to go and buy cheese, the vegan cheese from the shop. You can make your own. Like I said, you can leave it in the freezer. It's so easy, you know what I mean? It's always available. And like you notice, it's quite easy to take it out of there. There it is. Okay. Andrew, have you got any questions?
So, one you bake, one you just make and use, and the other one you could put in the fridge.
Yeah.
Or the freezer.
Yeah, and exactly.
Yeah.
So it's actually very, very nice. Okay, what I'm going to do is, you know, this is really, really nice on vegetables. Steamed vegetables, you just put a cream on it just as you serve it. And then that I would put it with my crackers if you like. And so with that, this I would put on my topping. Okay. Okay. So very quickly, I finished today. And that one will be baked in about 15 minutes. So I won't worry about waiting for that. And I hope to see you next time, and try and make it for the 7 o'clock in 2 weeks' time. Hope to see you then. Bye.